Okay, I'm turning into another possible site down from the Corral Site that I have. This is definitely used for dispersed camping and for ATVs and stuff, but this is more than doable for observing. Let's get out and take a look and see what we got. Let's pause. Okay, that's your western view. You can see that. And there's shells, people shooting here, and they're not supposed to, but people do that all the time out here. I'm just looking for flat spots to set a scope up on. A lot of rock, but I like the spot. Oh, right over here, not a problem. There's spots that you can clear out right here. Oh yeah, you can observe here. Anyway, there's the south view. Let's zoom in here. So that's your southeast. Southeast is that way. There's Chance Lakes there. So you get a little view there. There's Vernon right over there. There's the Sheep Rocks up where I was. And then over here is a little mountain. And your north view. Probably what I would do, and you can see, come around here, probably what I would do is try to get, just in case somebody's at Chance Lakes, Last Chance Lakes, I would probably come and set my scope up. I don't want to be right in the middle of a juniper, but I could probably, well, just gonna look and see, just looking for flat spots for a telescope to sit, kind of on an incline here, and have plenty of time. So we're just kind of come around looking. And you got cattle that come and hang out here, that's for sure. I don't want to set up by a bunch of dung. Definitely not going to set up by the juniper because there's just nothing but cattle dung here. But I really think, as I'm looking down here, again, I'm sorry, phone's jumping all over the place. You can see, you could almost use, I was thinking maybe that's an old fire pit. You can tell that. Yeah, definitely an old fire pit right here. A little creek bed there. I'm not really worried about Last Chance Lakes, but you don't want to set up here and have those junipers in your view. I think the best spot really here is going to be somewhere out here, maybe over by the car. Boy, it's cold. That wind is cold. Just looking. Definitely some spots, but it's pretty uneven. You can tell people shoot here. So it's a well-known spot. But I do think, like right here, this is pretty flat. Like I said, you can see the spot right down here. You're looking at Last Chance Lake straight ahead. That's an anthill. You don't want to be there. Let's come back around. It's beautiful here. A lot of cattle out here. I actually think I'm gonna, if I was coming, I think I would drive my car up here a little bit. See what happens if we can get up here. If there's anything up here. There are spots. I think you could make it work. Just have to give it a try, I guess. Like I'm thinking, you have to get rid of some of this grass, but like right here, get rid of some of this grass. Dirt's soft. You're looking at cows up here, that's the only thing. So, not a bad spot. You can see. So this shows the observing site off Wells Road, the Road Observing Site. It's pretty wide open. Cattle use it. There was a lot of cow patties underneath the junipers. Not so much out and about, a few. People use it. You can see the fire pits here. It's been used pretty regularly. Around the fire pit area is probably not a lot of dung, so you're pretty safe there. Just stay away from the junipers. The cows like the junipers. That's pretty evident. The view here, there's out to the northeast. That's heading towards the southeast. So if you set up too close to the fire pits, you will have to face the junipers to the east, but just kind of blocks it out. Here's your view looking to the south, east. Here's a little bit more looking to the southeast toward the Vernon Hills. We're going to be moving more into the Vernon Hills here. You can see that's Last Chance Lakes there to the southeast. Here's looking at Vernon coming to the southeast to the south. And then we'll move to the southern view. Right here, you can see in the wide field, Last Chance Lake in the foreground, Vernon in the background in your southerly view there. And again, there's another great view of the south. It's pretty wide open, pretty low, so pretty good that way. We're going to move now to the southwest, heading toward the Sheeprock Mountains. And then, of course, you're right in the heart of the sheetrocks there with Indian Creek Peak there. And then we're going to move over toward Lookout Pass here. And then we're going to move to Little Mountain right here. And then moving, so we're looking west in the last couple shots there after the sheeprocks. Here we're moving back directly west. You can see the hills kind of there. So your western view will be dropped down, and then kind of northwest there. And then we had a nice little Mustang who was visiting us. And then just showing you the observing field. A lot of grass, a lot of little clumps, a couple few areas. Here's the spot directly to the west again, and the actual view, what it looks like when you're standing there. I've zoomed in, so it looks like it. There's going back toward Lookout Pass to the southwest, definitely to the southwest here as we get to the sheeprocks. And then we'll be moving out of the sheeprocks to the heart of the sheeprocks here. Again, Black Creek Peak there. Then we'll be moving, here's your southerly view, little Vernon there in the background. You'll see Last Chance Lakes in the next shot as we look to the southeast. And a little bit of light coming from there, not going to be a whole lot. There's Last Chance Lakes to the southeast of this site. It's a decent site. I don't see a lot of light ever from Last Chance Lake. It's not used a whole lot and pretty dark at night. Then southeast, now we're looking east here. You can see the road right there, Rusk Road. And then heading to the northeast there, which you're not going to look at because the light dome's pretty bad up that way. And then to the north there. I got off that because that was washed out, but I'm going to have to just I shouldn't have come out here. It's definitely an observing spot out here, but you don't want to come out here. There's a cattle trough, and that's where that road goes. And you can see you just don't want to be out here. It would work, but I'm going to just get out of here. Cattle area. Beautiful view. Not gonna do this. We're gonna get out of here. Let's head down this road. Boy, I sense earning her pay today, I can tell you that. Beautiful view. Scraping up sagebrush underneath. Well, that won't be bad. easy. Might want to get back on that road. I'm going to stick over here. Even with this little Red Creek here that water runs on, I'll just stay out of that and stay on this. And then I know this road's going to get bad, so I definitely am going to think right here's the place to cross back over. And we'll just take it nice and easy, because that road over there gets pretty bad. So does this road. Yeah, I will never come up here again, I can tell you that. Maybe I should have stayed on that other road. Probably. Except you get right there. I don't think it really matters. That road's a little bit better overall than this one. Except when you come out right here, that would be a mess. So we're going to get back onto the main road. This should come out at the Faust Pony Express marker from what I'm seeing on Gaia. So we will just take it nice and easy out of here. Gotta love exploring. There's the marker up there, we're not too far away. Watch out for that big rock jay. A bunch of them up through here. We're just gonna take her nice and slow. Don't want to puncture her tire. Back to the main road. The road we're going to stay on. It should take us down to Pony Express. So this was probably another great find for me, this Rusk Road Observing Site, Rusk Road Observing Site 1. Wide open views. Here's your easterly view looking out toward Timpanogos, back down toward Faust. You'll get a couple stray lights here. There's the view to the southwest looking at the Sheep Rocks. Black Rock Peak right there. Here we are looking south, Last Chance Lakes in the foreground, Vernon off in the background there. You'll get a few stray lights, nothing that's going to bug you. This is the southeast view looking back toward Vernon Hills. That'd be decent. And then looking east here again, Vernon Hills there over the ascent. And again, looking directly east there, you can see the Pony Express Road in the center there, Faust right below it. And now we're looking to the northeast, and then we'll look to the north, and we'll kind of stop there. And there's some Mustangs that are going to visit us on our way out. Okay, I'm just taking video, just showing you that from my new observing site, there are wild Mustangs up here too. They are pretty close to the road right now. They're checking me out. See, beautiful horses. There's the stud. He doesn't want me around. Anyway, that was kind of cool.